When we talk about acne and blackheads, the first thing people usually want to know is, what can I put on my face to make it go away? And I get it. When you see a breakout or a cluster of blackheads staring back at you in the mirror, your first instinct is to fix it fast. But before you even reach for a cleanser or a mask, it's important to step back and understand what you're really treating. Because here's the truth: acne and blackheads aren't just skin deep. They're the result of a series of things happening beneath the surface. In your pores, your oil glands, and even in how your skin renews itself every day. Every pore on your face is like a tiny little tunnel that connects your oil glands to the surface of your skin. Inside that tunnel, oil, called sebum, travels upward to keep your skin soft and protected. But sometimes that system gets jammed. Dead skin cells, excess oil, and bacteria mix together, blocking that tunnel. When the pore stays closed, that trapped material becomes a whitehead. When it opens up, the oil oxidizes and turns dark, and that's how a blackhead is born. It's not dirt, it's not poor hygiene, it's chemistry. And knowing that changes how you approach it. Too many people think acne and blackheads come from having dirty skin. So they scrub harder, wash more often, or use harsher products. But that actually makes things worse. The skin starts to feel attacked, and in response, it produces even more oil to defend itself. That oil clogs the pores further, and suddenly you're trapped in a frustrating cycle. The more you fight your skin, the angrier it gets. That's why understanding the root cause matters more than any single product or treatment. There are four main culprits that usually come together to create acne: excess oil, clogged pores, bacteria, and inflammation. Sometimes hormones come in and stir up the mix, causing oil glands to overact. Other times, it's stress, diet, or even the weather. When you look at it that way, acne isn't just a skin problem, it's a communication problem. Your skin is telling you something's out of balance. Maybe it's producing too much oil. Maybe your barrier has been stripped by over-cleansing. Maybe you're using too many active ingredients at once. Each breakout is a message, and learning to read it helps you treat it more intelligently. So, instead of thinking, how do I get rid of this right now? The better question is, why is this happening, and what does my skin need? When you approach your routine with that mindset, everything changes. You stop fighting your skin and start working with it. You realize that the goal isn't to punish it with harsh treatments, but to restore it to balance. Because when your skin is balanced, when oil, hydration, and renewal are all in harmony, acne doesn't stand a chance. This is also where understanding your skin type comes in. Not everyone's skin behaves the same way. Some people have oily skin that still feels dry underneath. Others have combination skin that breaks out only in certain areas. If you use products designed for the wrong type, you might be solving a problem you don't even have. That's why two people can use the same remedy and get completely different results. Knowing your skin type helps you choose remedies that support it rather than shock it. Even at home, this knowledge helps you make smarter choices. For instance, if you know your skin tends to be oily, you might choose clay masks or mild salicylic acid cleansers that help manage oil without stripping your barrier. If you're dry or sensitive, you'll reach for hydrating ingredients that calm inflammation and strengthen your skin instead. These choices may seem small, but they build the foundation for every other step in your routine. The truth is, acne doesn't define your skin, imbalance does. And that imbalance can be fixed with patience, awareness, and consistency. That's why quick fixes rarely last. You might see improvement for a few days, only for the breakouts to return. Because you treated the symptom, not the cause. When you understand the why, you can finally break that cycle. And one more thing, your skin is incredibly smart. It knows how to heal itself if you give it the right conditions. You don't need to overwhelm it with 10 different treatments at once. Sometimes simplifying your routine is the best remedy of all. Gentle cleansing, consistent hydration, and a little understanding go a long way. So as you start exploring at-home remedies, remember this: real results don't start with what's in your bathroom cabinet. They start with what's in your understanding of your skin. Because when you know what your skin is trying to tell you, you'll never have to guess what it needs again. Cleansing is the foundation of every skincare routine, yet it's also the step most people get wrong. We've been taught to believe that the cleaner our skin feels, the better it must be. But that tight, squeaky sensation after washing, that's not cleanliness. That's your skin barrier crying out for help. When you strip away too much oil, your skin goes into panic mode, producing even more to compensate, and that's where the trouble begins: clogged pores, blackheads, and breakouts that just won't quit. Think of cleansing like preparing a blank canvas. If the surface isn't properly clean, nothing you apply afterward, no mask, no toner, no serum, can really do its job. It's not about scrubbing your face raw or using every product you can find. It's about creating balance. Your skin is naturally designed to protect itself, and when you understand how cleansing supports that process, everything else falls into place. The truth is, not all cleansers are created equal. Some are too harsh, packed with alcohol or strong surfactants that strip the skin of its natural oils. Others are too gentle, leaving behind residue that can clog pores over time. The sweet spot is a cleanser that removes impurities without leaving your skin feeling dry or tight. Ingredients like salicylic acid, glycolic acid, or benzoyl peroxide can be helpful if you're prone to breakouts, but they have to be used thoughtfully. They're tools, not magic potions, and when overused, they can damage the skin barrier, making it more reactive and sensitive. A good cleansing routine doesn't have to be complicated, but it does have to be consistent. Twice a day is usually enough, once in the morning to clear away overnight buildup, and once at night to remove makeup, sunscreen, and everything your skin has collected throughout the day. The nighttime cleanse is especially important. Think about everything your face is exposed to in a single day: pollution, oil, sweat, bacteria, and maybe even a few late night snacks that don't do your pores any favors. Going to bed without washing your face is like leaving a full day of grime sitting in your pores, waiting to turn into tomorrow's breakout. For those who struggle with persistent blackheads, a technique called double cleansing can make a real difference. It's exactly what it sounds like, cleansing your face twice but with purpose. The first cleanse removes oil-based impurities like sunscreen and sebum, while the second focuses on water-based debris such as sweat and dirt. You can start with an oil cleanser or micellar water, followed by a gentle foaming or gel cleanser. It's a simple step that helps your pores stay clear without harsh scrubbing or irritation. And here's the thing, how you cleanse matters just as much as what you use. Many people think the harder they rub, the deeper the clean, but your skin isn't a stain on a countertop. Gentle, circular motions with your fingertips are enough. Spend at least 30 seconds really massaging the cleanser into your skin, especially around areas where oil and dirt tend to build up, like the nose, chin, and forehead. Then rinse with lukewarm water, not hot. Hot water may feel satisfying, but it strips away essential oils and leaves your skin vulnerable and dry. Towels are another detail people often overlook. Using the same towel for your face and body introduces bacteria, which can easily lead to breakouts. Pat your face dry gently with a clean, soft towel, or better yet, let it air dry. It's the small, consistent habits like this that protect your skin in the long run. There's also a common misconception that oily skin doesn't need gentle care. Many believe they have to use the strongest cleanser possible to dry out the oil. But what really happens is that the skin fights back, producing even more oil to restore balance. It becomes a tug of war between you and your own skin, and you will always lose that battle. The key is not to eliminate oil, but to regulate it. A balanced cleanser helps your skin find its natural rhythm again. If you're using makeup regularly or live in a humid environment, consider incorporating a mild exfoliating cleanser 2 or 3 times a week. Ingredients like lactic acid or enzyme-based exfoliants can help lift away dead skin cells that block pores without damaging the surface. Overdoing it, though, can cause irritation and lead to more breakouts, not fewer. Cleansing should feel refreshing, not punishing. At the end of the day, your cleansing ritual sets the tone for your entire skincare routine. When done right, it creates the perfect environment for every product that follows to work more effectively. It's your first defense and your first act of care. Clean skin doesn't mean scrub skin. It means balanced, breathing, and ready to heal. Because the path to clear skin doesn't start with doing more, it starts with doing what matters and doing it gently. Exfoliation is one of those steps that sounds simple enough, but it's where a lot of people go wrong. The idea of sloughing off dead skin cells can be oddly satisfying. It feels like instant progress, like you're doing something powerful for your skin. But too often, what starts as self-care turns into self-sabotage. Scrubbing too hard using the wrong tools or doing it too often can end up stripping your skin, causing redness, irritation, and even more breakouts. So let's take a step back and talk about what exfoliation is really meant to do and how it can transform your skin when it's done correctly. Your skin is constantly renewing itself. Every 28 days or so, new cells rise to the surface while the old ones die and shed off. But as we age, or when our skin becomes imbalanced, that natural shedding process slows down. Those dead cells start to pile up, mixing with oil and debris to form a barrier that clogs your pores and dulls your complexion. That's when exfoliation comes in. It's like a gentle nudge reminding your skin to let go of what it no longer needs. It clears the path for new, fresh cells to breathe and for your skincare products to actually do their job. There are 2 main ways to exfoliate: physical and chemical. Physical exfoliation involves using scrubs or brushes to manually remove dead skin. Chemical exfoliation relies on ingredients like AHAs, alpha hydroxy acid, and BAs, beta hydroxy acids, that dissolve the bonds holding those dead cells in place. Both can be effective when used wisely, but the key word is wisely. If you've ever felt that burning, Stinging sensation after scrubbing your face with something grainy, you've gone too far. That's not your skin purging. That's your barrier being damaged. The truth is your skin doesn't need aggression, it needs precision. Gentle chemical exfoliants like glycolic acid, lactic acid, or salicylic acid can do in minutes what harsh scrubs try to do in seconds without the micro tears and inflammation. They dissolve buildup deep within the pores and encourage a smoother texture over time. You can even find mild formulations that are safe for regular use, especially if you're prone to blackheads or dullness. For those who love natural remedies, there are gentler options too, like yogurt, which contains lactic acid, or papaya and pineapple masks that use enzymes to break down dead skin cells naturally. Even diluted apple cider vinegar can work as a mild exfoliant when used sparingly. But remember, natural doesn't automatically mean safe. Many DIY exfoliants you see online, things like lemon juice or baking soda, can actually harm your skin by throwing off its pH balance or causing microscopic damage. The goal of exfoliation is not to strip your skin raw, but to encourage renewal in the most respectful way possible. Timing and frequency are also crucial. Overexfoliation is one of the most common mistakes people make. You might think, if it makes my skin smooth once, it'll make it even better if I do it every day. But your skin needs time to recover. Exfoliating 2 to 3 times a week is usually enough, depending on your skin type. Dry or sensitive skin might only need it once a week, while oily or acne-prone skin may benefit from a bit more, but never daily. Think of exfoliation as training your skin, not punishing it. Too much, and you'll wear it down instead of strengthening it. What's often overlooked is what happens after you exfoliate. That's when your skin is most vulnerable, freshly exposed, and ready to absorb whatever comes next. If you skip hydration or sun protection after exfoliating, you undo all the good you've just done. A lightweight moisturizer helps calm the skin, restore its barrier, and lock in that newfound smoothness. And sunscreen becomes non-negotiable. Freshly exfoliated skin is more sensitive to UV rays, which means skipping SPF could lead to damage and dark spots, the very issues you were trying to improve in the first place. It's also worth mentioning that exfoliation isn't just about appearance. When you remove dead cells and unclog pores, you're preventing the buildup that leads to breakouts and blackheads in the first place. You're keeping that cycle of congestion from starting all over again. Over time, regular exfoliation helps refine the look of pores, even out tone, and give your skin that healthy, luminous texture that makeup can't fake. It's not an instant miracle, but it's one of the most reliable, long-term habits you can develop for clearer skin. So when you think of exfoliation, don't think of it as a deep clean or a punishment for your pores. Think of it as a reset. A way to remind your skin to breathe, renew, and thrive. It's not about how much you can take off, but how much you can reveal underneath. Because when you treat your skin with patience and respect, it doesn't just look better, it starts to glow from its own natural rhythm of renewal. When people hear the words home remedy, their reactions usually fall into 2 categories. Some get excited and start mixing everything in their kitchen into a face mask, while others roll their eyes and assume it's all just internet myths. The truth, as usual, lies somewhere in between. There are natural ingredients that truly can help calm inflammation, fight bacteria, and balance your skin. But there are also plenty that can do more harm than good if you don't understand how they work. The goal isn't to turn your kitchen into a chemistry lab. It's to learn which remedies support your skin's natural healing process and which ones set it back. Let's start with the good ones. Honey is one of the most underrated skincare ingredients out there. It's naturally antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and incredibly soothing. A thin layer of raw honey can help calm redness and speed up healing, especially for small breakouts. It draws moisture into the skin without clogging pores, making it perfect even for those who are acne prone. Then there's tea tree oil, a favorite for targeting bacteria. When used properly and diluted with a carrier oil or added to a light moisturizer, it can reduce swelling and redness around pimples without the harsh side effects that come with stronger medicated creams. But it's strong stuff, so a drop or 2 goes a long way. Aloe vera is another gentle powerhouse. Its cooling, healing properties make it ideal for soothing irritated or inflamed skin. Whether you're dealing with post-extraction sensitivity, redness after exfoliating, or just general dryness, aloe helps calm your skin while delivering light hydration. And then there's green tea, packed with antioxidants that help reduce oil and inflammation. Using cooled green tea as a toner or applying green tea, infused products can make a real difference for people whose skin flares up easily or stays chronically oily. These are the kinds of remedies that work with your skin, not against it. But with every helpful natural ingredient, there's a list of ones that sound good on paper, but can wreak havoc in reality. Lemon juice, for example, often gets praised for its brightening properties. While it can temporarily lighten dark spots, it also disrupts your skin's natural pH balance and makes it extremely sensitive to sunlight, sometimes resulting in chemical burns or worsening pigmentation. Baking soda is another one that's often misused. It might make your skin feel smooth for a few minutes, but it strips away the protective acid mantle that keeps bacteria in check, leaving your skin raw and vulnerable. Even toothpaste, yes, the age-old pimple hack, contains ingredients like menthol and hydrogen peroxide that are far too harsh for the delicate facial skin. That's why understanding the science behind a remedy matters as much as the ingredient itself. Just because something is natural doesn't mean it's automatically safe. After all, poison ivy is natural too. The key is moderation and awareness. Always test a small patch of skin first before trying something new, especially when it comes from a non-cosmetic source. Your skin deserves the same caution you'd use with any professional product. Now, here's something else to consider. Natural remedies work best as supporting steps, not as the entire routine. They're not meant to replace cleansing, exfoliating, or moisturizing. They're meant to enhance those steps. A soothing honey mask after cleansing, for instance, can calm irritation and nourish freshly cleansed skin. A drop of tea tree oil dabbed on a breakout can help reduce inflammation overnight. A cooling layer of aloe vera after exfoliation can lock in hydration while protecting your skin's barrier. These small, mindful additions can bring a sense of care and calm to your routine without overwhelming your skin. Another mistake people make with natural remedies is expecting instant results. A turmeric mask won't erase a breakout in one night, and a green tea compress won't tighten your pores in a single use. These ingredients work gradually, helping your skin rebalance and heal from within. You may not see dramatic changes overnight, but you will notice your skin becoming calmer, clearer, and more resilient over time. It's about nurturing, not forcing. And there's something beautiful about that process. When you take the time to prepare something yourself, mixing a mask, brewing tea, or applying aloe from a fresh leaf, you're slowing down and paying attention to your skin. That kind of mindfulness is healing in itself. You stop seeing your skin as the enemy and start treating it like a living part of you that deserves care and respect. Natural remedies remind us that skincare doesn't always have to be complicated or expensive. Sometimes the most effective solutions are the ones that work in harmony with what nature already provides. The trick is knowing what your skin can handle and giving it space to respond. Because the secret isn't in the ingredients. It's in the balance between nature, knowledge, and patience. Hydration is one of those topics that people tend to underestimate. We talk so much about cleaning, exfoliating, and treating that we forget the skin's most fundamental need, moisture. Without enough hydration, your skin can't function the way it's supposed to. It can't protect you, it can't heal itself, and it certainly can't stay clear. What many people don't realize is that even oily and acne-prone skin can be dehydrated. And when that happens, your skin fights back by producing even more oil to compensate, creating the perfect recipe for clogged pores, blackheads, and breakouts. Most of the time, people try to fix oily skin by drying it out. They use harsh cleansers, skip moisturizers, and overload on astringents or alcohol-based toners, thinking that the less oil, the better. But the skin doesn't see dryness as cleanliness, it sees it as danger. When your skin feels stripped or unprotected, it goes into survival mode. It starts pumping out more sebum to restore what was lost. So instead of achieving that smooth, matte look you're chasing, you end up with even more oil, irritation, and acne. The key isn't to fight your skin, it's to restore its balance. Hydration plays a huge role in keeping that balance steady. It's not just about water, it's about your skin's ability to hold on to it. The outer layer of your skin, called the barrier, is made up of natural oils, proteins, and moisture that work together to protect you from irritants and bacteria. When that barrier gets damaged, usually from over-cleansing or over-exfoliating, it becomes leaky, allowing water to escape and bacteria to sneak in. The result is inflammation, tightness, and breakouts that never seem to heal properly. That's why moisturizers are so important, even if you think your skin doesn't need one. A good moisturizer isn't just about adding moisture, it's about locking it in. Look for ingredients like hyaluronic acid, which acts like a sponge, drawing water into your skin and keeping it there. Ceramides are another essential. They help rebuild the skin barrier and prevent moisture loss. And niacinamide is great for calming inflammation while regulating oil production, making it ideal for acne-prone skin. You don't need something heavy or greasy. You just need something that works with your skin's natural rhythm. Hydration also works from the inside out. Drinking water alone won't cure acne, but it does help your skin stay resilient and flush out toxins. What you eat matters too. Diets high in sugar and processed foods can trigger inflammation and make your skin more prone to breakouts. On the other hand, foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids like salmon, walnuts, and flaxseed help strengthen your skin's natural barrier and reduce redness. Sometimes, the best skincare starts with what's on your plate, not what's in your cabinet. Another part of hydration that often gets overlooked is timing. When you apply, your moisturizer matters almost as much as what's in it. The best time is right after cleansing or applying treatments. while your skin is still slightly damp. This helps seal in moisture before it has a chance to evaporate. Layering lightweight, hydrating products like toners or essences can also make a huge difference. Think of it like building a cushion of moisture under your skin. Soft, steady, and protective. And for those battling acne, don't shy away from hydrating ingredients just because they sound rich. Non-comedogenic moisturizers are specifically designed not to clog pores. In fact, keeping your skin hydrated can make your acne treatments more effective. Many medicated products, like those containing retinoids or benzoyl peroxide, can dry out your skin, which leads to flaking and irritation. When your skin is hydrated, it tolerates these treatments better and responds more predictably. Hydration also plays a key role in recovery. After exfoliating or using active treatments, your skin needs comfort and repair. That's when a calming, moisture-rich step makes all the difference. Think of it as your skin's recharge moment, a pause before it continues the work of renewing itself. Without that pause, you're just pushing it harder without giving it a chance to rebuild. What's fascinating is that when your skin's barrier is healthy and hydrated, everything else becomes easier. Pores stay clearer, breakouts heal faster, and your overall texture improves. Hydration is the quiet hero of skincare. It doesn't shout for attention, but everything falls apart when it's missing. You can have the best cleansers, the smartest exfoliants, and the most effective spot treatments, but if your skin is dehydrated, none of it will truly work the way it should. So if there's one thing to remember, it's this: hydrated skin is balanced skin, and balanced skin is clear skin. Because real healing doesn't happen through stripping or fighting your skin. It happens through restoring what it needs most. When it comes to at-home skincare, the most overlooked ingredient of all isn't found in a bottle or a jar. It's patience. We live in a world where everything happens fast, and we've come to expect our skin to keep up with that pace. But skin doesn't work on deadlines. It has its own rhythm, its own way of healing and renewing itself. The biggest mistake people make is expecting instant results. They switch products every week, try every new trend that pops up online, and end up confusing their skin so much that it never gets a chance to find its balance. The truth is, consistency and time are what truly transform skin, not urgency. When you start a new routine or introduce an at-home remedy, you're not just applying something on the surface. You're communicating with your skin, retraining it to behave differently. That process doesn't happen overnight. On average, it takes about 4 to 6 weeks for your skin to fully renew itself. That means what you see today in the mirror is a reflection of how your skin was treated over a month ago. Every day you stay consistent, you're building the foundation for how your skin will look weeks from now. So even if it feels like nothing's changing, trust that your skin is working quietly beneath the surface, responding to every small act of care. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see quick results. Especially with acne or blackheads, there's a temptation to add more scrubbing, more products, more steps, as if throwing everything at the problem will make it go away faster. But that only overwhelms your skin. The goal isn't to do more, it's to do what matters, and do it regularly. Gentle cleansing, consistent hydration, and occasional exfoliation. That rhythm kept steady is what helps your skin heal itself. Think of it like training a muscle. You wouldn't expect to get fit after one workout, and you shouldn't expect your skin to change after one mask or one new product either. There's also something powerful about restraint. Sometimes the best progress happens when you stop over-treating and give your skin time to recover. Skincare isn't a battle to be won, it's a relationship to be built. The more predictable your routine becomes, the more your skin begins to trust it. It learns what to expect, adjusts to your habits, and finds stability. That's when breakouts calm down, blackheads start to fade, and your overall texture improves. You can't rush that kind of change, you have to allow it. Prevention is another part of the equation that often gets overlooked. People tend to only focus on their skin when something goes wrong. They wait until the breakout happens, the pores get clogged, or the irritation shows up before they act. But clear skin isn't just about treating problems, it's about preventing them. That means being mindful every day, keeping your hands off your face, cleaning your pillowcases regularly, choosing non-comedogenic makeup and sunscreen, and avoiding habits that clog your pores. These small daily choices make a bigger difference than any miracle product ever could. Lifestyle plays a role too. Stress, lack of sleep, dehydration, and diet all show up on your skin eventually. When your body's under pressure, your hormones shift, oil production increases, and inflammation follows. You can't always control stress, but you can control how you care for yourself during it. Even a few minutes of deep breathing or a consistent bedtime can help your skin stay calmer and more balanced. The skin and the mind are connected. When one is at peace, the other follows. And while we're on the topic of patience, it's important to remember that progress isn't always linear. You might have weeks where your skin looks great, and then suddenly a few new breakouts appear. That doesn't mean your routine isn't working. It means your skin is adjusting or your body is reacting to something new. It's normal. The real success lies in how you respond. Instead of panicking and changing everything, stay consistent, keep your routine steady, and give your skin time to settle. More often than not, it will balance itself out again. The most beautiful thing about consistent care is that it doesn't just change your skin, it changes how you feel about it. You start approaching your reflection with understanding instead of frustration. You stop judging your skin for not being perfect and start appreciating it for what it's doing, protecting you, healing you, and adapting every single day. That's a shift that lasts far beyond the mirror. Because clear, healthy skin doesn't come from impatience or perfection. It comes from care that's steady, simple, and kind.